Da, 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 da. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy. Thou shalt have a. Uh. Oh. When did you get here? This is a private moment. Get out. Leave me alone. Go away. Look, I'm in a towel here. Can a fish not enjoy his sauna without being interrupted? This is absolutely appalling behaviour. Appalling. Stop looking at my particulars. Right. I'm going to get some clothes on and we're going to have a chat about this. Hello and welcome back to the series, EXP here, and if any of you saw my last video and looked at the comments, you'd know that that skit was inspired by Crimson Shadow, who thought my room was a sauna, which to be fair, it does look like a sauna, so I kind of just had to roll with it. I'm out my towel now, I am modestly dressed once again, so let's get into the episode, shall we? Now I don't know if you can see, but back there I've done a little bit more decorating on the Cyclops gate because the wall was just a bit bland. I'll go through that in a sec, but we need to decide what we're actually doing this week. Right, I've come to the board of things to do to have a look and see where we're at, because it's been a while since we've updated it. So starting off, storage, pretty much sorted there. I mean, we were looking into different types of storage, but it was still kind of early to mid-game, so there's no real reason to look for that. So we need mass storage, yeah, unloaders, loaders, yeah. Like I said, this got a bit much for me, so we moved on to the perimeter, which again, got a bit much for me. There's a pattern emerging here, have you noticed? We broke the nether roof, we don't need to worry about that, because the nether roof is boring. Granted, it's great for travel, but it's boring. We've got the main base, which, I mean, that's slowly coming together. Learn more mechanics. I've been doing that on and off. At the moment, I'm currently learning computational stuff with binary counters and the different circuits and how they interact, and that's sometimes going in, sometimes not, but I'm getting there. Farm district, that is the perimeter. Travel options, I don't quite know what I meant by that. I suppose different ways of travelling, but explore. Well, that's something we haven't actually done much of, is exploring, so we might be doing that this week. Have fun. We always do. That's the whole point of this, to have fun. What was this? Build slime farm, locate. That was to do with perimeter, which we built the slime farm, and a witch farm next to it, which is awful. We don't talk about that. Done the area. And the build the trenches. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Right, let's go look at the Cyclops gate before we head off on our exploration adventure. So, yeah, the whole wall was just looking a bit flat. So I've added a little bit of texture using basalt. And then a little bit of decay, I guess, from just a normal deep slate and cobbled deep slate. We've added a bush breaking through this side and a tree growing this side, which, I mean, this is coming through. It thematically does work, just you can't really see it. And a hole here, just for the depth, I guess, just to stop it looking so flat, and I do think it looks much better. We've added a second tree here. It's nothing fancy, just almost a mimic of that one. But yeah, oh, I forgot to explain this last week as well. This area will have some kind of shrine in it. Just a little statue of some kind and prettied up a little bit more. But as it stands, we're not doing anything with that. Now, let's get my gear back on. I should probably get my elytra and not my chest plate. I think we'll just grab ourselves 14 obsidian, my elytra, a stack of rockets, and just fly as far as we can on the nether roof and see where we end up. Make our way back. Does that sound like fun? Well, not really, no, but it's what I'm going to do. Oh, what is my life? Okay, I've arrived at a very arbitrary number, 3000 by 3000 in the nether roof, which is southwest. So, let's see. Is it southwest? Southeast? Southeast? Yeah, southeast. Ignore me as I waffle on myself about the actual direction we've gone. Let's see where this throws us, shall we? Ooh, and then head back, I suppose, slowly, surely. And here we go. Moment of truth. Imagine if I hadn't bought my flint and steel then. And let's plonk you away. No, we can't because we means putting our stuff down. Ooh. And of course it's night time. And I don't have a bed. This is going to be fun. Okay, let's get ourselves somewhat safe first, shall we? Excuse me, mate. I'm digging here. Look, you're being very rude. You're interrupting me. Do you not understand that I am an important fish and I am doing important work? Go away, you. Not welcome. Neither's your friends. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. You're not a very good shot, are you? Okay. Is that everyone? No, you've got a friend. How rude. Come here. Come on. This is not very friendly. I say, like, skeletons are known for their friendliness. Listen, I know you like being evil and you like being meanies, but I'm just trying to get my bearings, okay? Okay. There's sheep down there, so we could make a bed, but where's the fun in that? Okay. Listen, we need to discuss a few things here. You are crossing my boundaries, and I don't much appreciate it. Okay? Can we all just stop a sec, please? Thank you. Okay. You'd think, coming into a new community, that they'd be a little politer than this. Absolutely disgusting behaviour, and I will be reporting them to their local council, because this is not on. You are such a creep. Listen, you're quite civil. Now, oh, what happened? You... Look, I didn't want to cause any problems, but here you are now fighting amongst yourselves just because I came to ask you for directions. This is absolutely appalling behaviour. You've killed your own friend? What an absolute horrific place to be. I will not be investing my properties here. No, absolutely not. I shall take my business elsewhere. And you shall be hearing from my solicitors. I mean, we're only getting older, baby. And I've been thinking about it lately. Does it ever drive you crazy? Just how fast the night changes. Oh, can we get a disc? Disc? Disc for me? Disc, please. Any discs? Disc? Oh, no, too fast. Unfortunate. Can you stop now, mate? I might actually die if you carry on. This is not my fight. Bloody punch bowl. There we go. Thank you for being in a corner. You know, doing this, you always come across things like this where you just think, wow, it'll be an amazing site for a build. But we have far too many blocks out to even be considering different types of builds. Maybe in the future, maybe, but not now. No. We're 20,000 blocks out. Let's keep on moving, shall we? It really is amazing the things you can come across. I mean, I'm hiding up here because it's the middle of the night and I'm not going down there to explore at the moment, no. But this is just stunning. It really is. This is why I think exploration in this game is important, because we might get bogged down and you can travel the length and breadth of your world these days very quickly with things like the Elytra and nether travel. Just makes everything incredibly easy. But you get that stuck in being able to go anywhere quickly that you forget to just take the slow route sometimes. Although it is a lot to take in, and it's a rather boring journey because you can go absolutely ages between finding things that are actually nice or any good. But when you do, they're absolutely amazing. Is this mangrove? Oh, it is. This episode, I promise, it's not going to be just me pointing and going, ooh, look at that. Doesn't that look good? But I had to point this one out because I don't know how many of you have played Final Fantasy IX, but if you remember the summon Gaia, I think it was. I mean, it was Earth related. And it was a big mouth that comes up out the ground, opens, and then it drops a big boulder on your enemy. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, the open mouth. And so I was just thinking, I could quite easily turn that into a statue of that at some point. But yeah, I'll probably forget where it is. I mean, we're not even... We've managed the 4K. We've managed 4K in one direction, 4K out of 24K. Let's keep on, shall we? So, we're about halfway back now, and I figured if I actually want some content, I should probably actually make some content. So, it's story time with EXP here. Now, recently, DocM77, who, if you don't know, is a fantastic redstone and technical Minecrafter and farmer, who also does very beautiful builds, while also being incredibly, insanely talented when it comes to redstone, recently posted, anyway, that they were at a children's party and just became the children's #1 target, basically, that they all wanted to play with him. And he didn't get a chance to sit down and just drink tea and eat cake with the rest of the parents. And it reminded me a lot of, not so much these days, but back in my youth and teens, I was always, I don't know, it was like I had a target painted on my back for children. Right, I'm talking like young children, like up to the age of about 9, 10, that kind of age. They all saw me and thought, right, that's the one. That's the one we're going to torment. That's the one we're going to play with. That's the one that we need to destroy. And there was a few instances where this has cropped up and just random kids would start making games and... bullying's the wrong word because I was too old to be bullied by them. But like they just saw me as a target. It's the only way to explain it. And there was one time in particular when our family used to do a lot of motorbike rallies. So classic British bikes all have these, they're called rallies, but realistically it's just a bunch of guys that all, well, guys and girls that all like the same type of motorcycle and are all in the clubs together. They go camping. Now, it's not like clubs like the Hells Angels or, like vicious biker gang type clubs, just people that enjoy old British bikes going camping together and playing games and holding events and competitions. And we used to do these every year, and there's one make of bike known as Panther, which they're barely even about anymore. You'll be lucky to find them. It was a very small... Let's not get into this. This isn't my nerdy world. This is my dad's nerdy world. He knows all about that kind of stuff. But I'm veering off the point. Anyway, it was at the Panther Rally, and one of the families that come along are a lovely Dutch family. And the one had 2 daughters, and another Dutch family, I know they had a son. The one daughter was about my age, which would have been, at this time, we was about 9 or 10 ourselves, and her sister and their friend, they would have been about 4 or 5, barely even. There wasn't much of an age gap, is what I'm trying to say, but I was still #1 target. Now, this little girl, her English was okay. She wasn't very confident with it, but it was okay. But she was a very confident Dutch speaker for a 5-year-old, or 4 or 5, whatever it was. And I became her target of a game that she created called I'm going to do things to you until you say stop or okay or something. Basically, if I don't say anything, I'm agreeing to whatever they decide they're going to do, which in this instance was hitting me with a stick. Her and this little boy from the other family, that was their idea of a fun time. And like they weren't exactly like, she was 5. It wasn't hurting so much, but it was a bit of a nuisance. And so her sister was lovely enough in helping me overcome this by teaching me a few phrases in Dutch and a few words. Now, I've forgotten most of them, but I'm pretty confident that I remember I was taught I'm not playing was the phrase. This is what I remember. And from what I can remember being taught, it was Ik ben niet zwaar. or something similar. I've probably completely butchered that because I don't know any other foreign languages really, or any other phrases. I don't even know if that's good Dutch, but it stopped the game anyway, and they walked off crying. Now they pretended not to know like English. I'm kind of jumbling up my points here, and so apparently I was the bad guy for not wanting to play anymore. So they ran off crying to the parents, and yeah, I don't know. It was just something that happened. It was a funny story, I think. Anyway, and I haven't seen or spoken to these people in absolute years now. I must have been 15 at the last rally I attended, and I don't remember if they were there or not. This is a very long time ago. I mean, it's over 15 years, probably over 20 years at this point. So yeah, and that was one of the many instances of me being a target to children. I'd say there's many more, but that one sticks out in my mind the most. So yeah, that didn't kill as much time as I was hoping it would. Let's see how much further we get. We haven't got too much further to go. I can't remember exactly where it is. Obviously, we're not going to 0-0. We are stopping before then. I think it's around the 10,000 mark. I could be completely wrong. Oh, hello, Froggy. Yeah, I'm getting distracted anyway. I'll meet you back at the base. Well, we rescued some friends. Hopefully they can stay with us the whole way back. That'll be nice. If I can get rid of these anyway. Come on. You're causing me problems now. We're far enough away from the outpost that you're not going to respawn any friends. But you're also not going to hurt my friends. Now, I've given them the item. I think this means they'll follow me indefinitely, but I don't want to go too fast just in case. Maybe. We'll see. When I get back to base, I can get some leads for them anyway. Don't want you. Right, where are we now? We're at 16 and 16. Shouldn't be too much further. We had to take another short break because there's something very important that needs doing right now. And there we go. Our very own Jellycat. She will be missed by an awful lot of people. And now we have our own. Have a fish. And so we've made it back. Took a lot longer than I thought it would. It wasn't close to 10,000. No, we were in the 5,000 in the positive, so it was a very long way. It was a very long way. But we're back. And we're here with our brand new friend. And if you don't know the story behind this cat, I implore you to go look at Good Times with Scar on Twitter or any social media. He's a fantastic builder, absolutely phenomenal when it comes to terraforming, and this cat was his, and it won the vote to become in the game, and he's recently lost her. So that is the importance of her. So this episode is now tribute to Jelly, as we have our own. And we've also got our friends here, but they're a bit mischievous, so they're now in the corner waiting. And I think that's all about we've got time for. I'm still wearing my towel, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, right. I'm not changing skin for this now. We're just saying bye anyway. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and if you have, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!